We are a day early and a man down, but happy 4th of July. This is the Spitball Media podcast. We're spitting out the top entertainment stories of the week. And boy, were we glad we moved the show to today. My name is John Draper. Joining me, he is the Prince of Philadelphia. He runs that town. His name is Shaheen. Shaheen, of all days, for us to move the show, the biggest entertainment story of the year is breaking right now.
I don't really run that town anymore, man. I kind of like stroll the town nowadays. I'm almost
The
40,
burbs?
so
You run
I
the
stroll.
burbs?
Yeah, I stroll the burbs, man. I don't run the
Stroll
town
the
of Philadelphia
burbs.
anymore. I stroll the burbs and feed the squirrels nowadays. You know what I mean? That's what my life is, man. So, but yeah, dude. I mean, what a better day to fucking do it because we had
Oh
some
my
crazy
God.
breaking news. My friend called me and he told me about it. And I was like, dude, you're fucking with me. There's no way.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll get into it. But yeah,
We'll get into
insane.
it. B-Show Brian is on assignment right now, but if you're joining us for the first time, thanks for checking us out on the download. We have a Patreon. It's at patreon.com/Spitball Media, $5 a month, tons of exclusive content, just a dick ton. You take a big dick that weighs like a metric ton, and you could fill that dick with all the stuff. You get the accoutrements. So please consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. It's just $5 and you get all this content, including Sha, which the very signature show we'll be recording this weekend, the June Q&A, which we do at the end of every month.
Yes, sir. We'll be doing the Q&A when B-Show returns on Sunday. And as far as the extra bonus show for this week, dropping a little special. So last time I did the J.J. Dillon interview, which if you haven't checked that out, go on. It's 22 minutes, I think. Very emotional interview with J.J. Dillon. At the same event, I did one with Tony Atlas. So I'm going to be releasing the Tony Atlas one probably tomorrow. So if you're not a Patreon, go ahead and sign up. $5 a month. Get you all the good content, plus the Q&A, and I'm sure it's going to be a long one. So Sunday morning, we'll be here bright and early with our coffee, a couple shots of espresso.
Sober.
For me.
Sober. Yeah. Sober
we'll Q&A. Yeah, Tony Atlas tomorrow. I'll put that up tomorrow. So
yes, and it's an exclusive Patreon. Please consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. Thank you to the many people who've been supporting the show. And if you fell off the Patreon, this is a good time to get the fuck back on the horse because we got tons of stuff we're going to be dropping. We got a lot of things happening. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on in this place. And Sha, happy 4th of July. Now, are you working tomorrow? I have a half day, and then I'm off for the holiday weekend.
Yeah, I work tomorrow, and then I'm off on Friday. So
yeah.
But hey, man, I'm still happy. I'll take a 3-day weekend.
For sure. I know a bunch of people that took off the Monday, and at first I was like, "Oh, that seems like a waste," but now I'm like, "Fuck, that sounds awesome."
I can't take off on Mondays ever, man.
Yeah,
if I take off on Mondays, it hurts me for the rest of the week. So
yeah. There's sometimes these sales type jobs, you got to watch your.
Yeah, because I get all my leads. So whatever leads came from the weekend, if I'm not there on Monday, we don't get to split it. I miss out on my whole portion.
Someone else just does it. Yeah, someone else just gets the money.
And that's a big chunk.
That's the incentive to make people not take off.
Right.
That's literally what that is. Isn't America great? But it is 4th of July, so if you're going to be celebrating, please be careful. If you're drinking, please don't drive, and please, we say this I think every year. Please be considerate of animals and fireworks. This is something Sha and I take very, very seriously, and B-Show too, for that matter. This is not something that we say sort of like glib to be glib. There's a lot of fun. Fireworks are fun; they're great, but they also, Sha, as you know, can be very, very incredibly uncomfortable for domesticated animals and wild animals.
I think a lot of people are concerned about dogs and cats, which is obviously understandable. I'm more so worried about the squirrels and the birds that are living out in the wild, and all of a sudden the firework is going into their fucking nest. You know what I mean?
Like fires. Fires
like
break out.
You know what I mean? I try to be considerate. I don't know how people are just cool with.
I don't know either, and I don't know either. My dog just turned 1. Winnie Pickles. She just turned 1 this week, and she gets very scared of loud noises. I don't really live in an area where I think I got to worry about that, but I'm closer to like the downtown area here in our state capital, New York, and they do a big display, which is lovely. It's very far away, but you hear that shit. And I used to live near a campus, and they did fireworks a lot. It was a major university, so they're doing fireworks for football and homecoming, and this and that. So please be considerate, and also be careful, because I used to love fireworks, but now that I'm an old motherfucker, they're quite dangerous. My hearing is shot. I'm going to be probably holding my dog for dear life Friday night, smoking a cigar. But we have, listen, we're just going to get right into it because we have some great stuff we want to check out. But before we go into that, Shao, who do we got in the chat tonight there?
Well, let's take a look, man.
Yeah, who we got?
Missing out on the chat over here. We got Don Stoney. Shout out to Don Stoney.
Oh, what's up,
I
Don
believe
Stoney?
he gave us he pretty much gave us the title for last week's show, I think. He
Probably.
mentioned 28 dongs later is what he mentioned.
28. I said 28 inches. He said 28 dongs.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Matthews.
Oh, what's up, Chris?
Yeah, shout out to him. We got of course the Bayou Geeks.
Chris
And shout out
Castro,
to
the
Chris,
Bayou
Betty
Geeks.
316.
What up?
John JID.
Oh, that's young John.
999. Flip that upside down, and he is the devil.
Yes.
Let's see who else we got in here.
Who else we got?
Of course, we got all the usuals. We got Slave Cheeks in here.
Slave Cheeks.
Literally says here. He
Robbie Richmond in the UK. Robbie Richmond, I might be coming to London in a couple of weeks. I'll hit you up offline, but I might be in London and Manchester for a day, visiting my kid brother who's on tour.
Shout out to Rams fan.
Rams fan.
Hey now, Rich Dow.
Hey now, he's very happy because the Pirates actually making the Mets. The Mets made the Pirates look like the 68 Yankees or some shit.
Yeah, I actually joined Rich Dow on the show 2 weeks ago. I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
we talked about music and its influence.
Oh, okay.
So go check that out. Hey now, Rich Dow is the YouTube channel.
Yes, Hey now, Rich Dow.
Shout out to him. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else.
We got Kyle. Kyle's chilling with us in there.
It's probably my favorite Kyle. I know about 3 Kyles my whole life. I know it's a very.
Do you count Kyle? Do you count Kyle Barbslowski from South Park as one of the Kyles? You know?
Yeah. I know 4 now. I
forgot
about it. Shout out to Dirk.
Dirk Master.
He switches his name every week, man. So
I love it, dude.
It's hard to keep up with Dirk, man. It's hard.
No, you have to. Yeah, you got to try to figure out a way to keep up with Dirk.
Yeah, no, I think that's about it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for chilling on an off night with us, and of course, happy 4th of July to you guys. Screw you, Cam. I just like saying that. But Shad, the big story, no bigger story, and this might be the biggest story of the year, entertainment wise. Puff Daddy was facing serious jail time for sex trafficking, RICO, and he beat all of it except for 2 cases of driving to acquire a prostitute. After all is said and done, Puffy's getting hit like a pedestrian. People thought he was down and out, Shah. It seemed like the evidence was overwhelming. The embarrassment, the baby oil, the semen on the chest. And now he's just a guy who's going to go to prison for a little bit for trying to get some prostitutes. No one, Shah, had this outcome. No one predicted this outcome, but it's unbelievable what's happened.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked, man. I legitimately thought I was never going to see Puffy free again. Because he was looking at life pretty much. I mean, he's like a 60-something-year-old man. He was done.
He's 56, 57, maybe 56.
Yeah. So, I mean, either way, even if you got 20 years, you're done, man. You're
you get out of jail. You're Uncle Junior's age from The Sopranos. I mean, it's just not really a lot going on.
As far as the prostitution charges, man, I mean, I think he's going to pretty much be free anytime soon because, I mean, that's all going to be time served. He's been in for what?
Well, each charge carries 0 to 10. Now, they're not going to give him 10.
Yeah,
he's been in jail for a bit, maybe a year or so. I would say maybe they might settle on 4 or 5 years, which means he'll have to serve a little bit. But I mean,
I think he's going to be out in a year, man. He's going to.
Well, he was denied bail, which makes me think they're going to try to hang him hard on the actual charges. Slave Cheeks is in there. What's up, Slave Cheeks? Look, none of us were there. Shah, how much did you follow this trial? I really didn't follow it other than bits and pieces. So I don't know how weak the case was or how split the jury was.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really I didn't follow it as closely as I probably should have, or I thought I would have. I just wish we would have got some live streaming from the courthouse, just like we got with the Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, that I would have been, dude. I would have been locked in on a daily basis. I would have been watching the Puffy trials, but I mean, I watched DJ Academics. He pretty much discussed it on a daily basis. I watched, little clips here and there.
Right.
I know the racketeering charges and all that wasn't going to
stay. That was huge. So the racketeering charges, which is shortened for RICO, which is just they sweep you in a conspiracy. And that's this is what ended the mafia in a lot of cities.
Gotti.
John Gotti. This is how they get you. This is how and these are federal charges versus say the prostitution charges are state charges. So, it's a big difference between RICO or sex trafficking, which is which is trafficking, someone for sexual purposes across state lines, which is a federal charge, versus, oh, I was driving to hire a prostitute and the evidence is overwhelming. These are very pedestrian charges. But the big story currently, as we're recording this, is the shock that he was denied bail. Had he already, if the judge was already, because sentencing is not happening for a little bit, but had the charges, the charges were so minor, right? You would think that because he's been in jail as long as he might have had to serve, they would release him on bail and then get him for time served. The fact that they denied bail, huge thing. Like this, like just every news channel had this, the internet had this. We don't know the whole story behind why they denied bail, but you have to admit that is making it seem like perhaps he will be doing some measure of serious time. Why else would they deny bail?
What do you want the outcome to be? Do you want to see him do at least 5 years? Because I feel like he should do 5 years, dude. He's
Yeah,
kind of a
5 years
scumbag.
sounds about right. Couple 2.5 for each charge.
At least, like, this guy was a fucking sleazebag, man.
Oh yeah, and this is the other thing too. Let's not forget. Now we all know about the baby oil, the coming on guys' chest, the making people drink it. Like this dude is not just gonna start going back to the Hamptons next summer and like everything is chill, yo.
No, he has to go and hide out, man. Dude, the fact that he liked Cassie to save other men's
And it's come.
semen and then spit it on his nipples and rub it, like, dude,
Yeah,
that's
I like that. I like
that's
that.
shit you got to take to the grave with you, man. The fact that that's out there and exposed, if I was Puffy, you would never see my face again, dude. And he's got enough money to hide, so
Yeah, and he's a billionaire, legit billionaire.
yeah,
I think
legitimately.
he's gonna pull a Russell Simmons and move to like Thailand, you
If he
know,
was smart, yeah, he
if he was
should, man.
smart. But Puffy, he's an egomaniac. He could lean into the sexual perversions to be like, I'm just a freak, man. Everybody, sex is a construct, man. It's binary. It's not binary. Like, I don't think he'll do that. But, also, Sha, a lot of people in the hip hop community were already going like this and just being like, hey, man, I got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I mean? So do you think, so we think maybe he'll do 4 or 5 years, maybe?
I'm
What do you
saying
think?
tops another 2 years, dude. I think he's gonna be out in no time. You
Okay.
know, I think he's gonna be out in no time. And when he comes home, man, I mean, imagine that coming home party. That's gonna be a freak off of a
Oh,
lifetime.
there's gonna
Can
be
you
a river
imagine,
of semen. He's gonna ride on a float of semen. Like he's gonna
dude?
be like on a unicorn, like a seahorse of semen.
Everyone should invest in fucking baby oil when he's getting out, dude. That's gonna be
Well, did
fucking
you see the
skyrocket.
fans in the city were squirting baby oil on each other? A Rams fan, he was charged in New York City. So he'll do these are not federal charges. He'll go to state prison, like in upstate New York. Or if it's a shorter thing, they might not. They might just let him continue to serve in. I think he's in Brooklyn. Uh, he's in the same place shot that Epstein was in Brooklyn.
Was he?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
hope they're in the same cell, man. You
yeah.
know?
This was not an outcome that anybody predicted. And this also makes the prosecutors look awful, like just absolutely awful. That all of these serious charges were so dismissed, and then the lightest of the charge, the traveling for prostitution, which is like an afterthought after sex trafficking and RICO. But yeah, I think he'll go to Thailand. He'll go somewhere and he'll do like a podcast with somebody talking about how he was a victim in all this and that and that's why he left the country. But who's to say? I mean, he might look, he got denied bail. That's all we know right now. Was bail is denied. He is not coming home. Apparently, according to all the news stations, the family was planning on him coming home. Like they were planning on a big celebration. They had the guys ready to shower him as he walked out. Kind of like a ticker tape parade of semen shot.
Yeah, you know what makes me like very uncomfortable. I'm sure you know, man. You definitely were around in the '90s, so all of Biggie's songs, he had so many gay lines in there that were talking about you look so good, I'd suck your daddy's dick, and all kinds of crazy shit. And now that Puffy's coming out like this, I'm like, dude, I wonder what they were doing in '95. Like, I
Yeah, I
wonder what
mean,
Biggie was
people were
doing.
on the down low, especially '95. You're talking about, the stigma of, let alone a man coming out like liking men, but someone in hip hop in '95 being found out gay, you're over. You're like you need to like leave, you have to fly to the moon. You just would not be accepted in the community. And not that it's so acceptable now. I still think the stigma is pretty strong. Where do you think? I mean, obviously, look, you've had like
It's
Little Nas
changed.
X. You think it's changed?
Oh, dude, there's so many gay rappers now, man. There's rappers talking about deep throating dick left and right now, man. It's times
Really?
have changed. Oh yeah, dude. Times there's a guy, I forget his name, man, but he's got a full beard. He's got a
His name's Lil Anal.
BBL.
He calls himself Lil Anal. That'd be a good name. Lil Anal. Because he just likes a little
Fucking
anal.
dude, he's got a BBL and tits and wears makeup, but he's
What?
got a beard. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's
This is not exactly the hip hop that I remember liking.
yeah,
He's not in the
it's
Wu-Tang
changed,
Clan.
bro. It's changed.
He's in the man ass Poontang Clan.
Let me find him for you. You keep talking.
Oh,
Let me
please. I
Google him.
mean,
I gotta find this guy.
how would I not listen to him? How would I not like it? You know, I just think it's fascinating that like Puffy will be free, but also now everybody knows like this dude's not gonna be able to show his face in so many places, man. Like so many places. This dude, for you younger cats, and I was talking to my wife about this. I was like, he was one of maybe the most famous people alive at one point. He was like an A-lister shot. He was like an A-list celebrity, after like Biggie died and he started making his own records and he was in movies and TV shows and he was always hanging out with people. Um, did you find this rapper with the oh God.
Can you see
Who's
him?
this?
Um, let's see. Here he is. Where the hell is his name? But yeah, this dude's got a full like BBL. Like I don't know, man. Times have changed, man. Yeah, Saucy Santana. That's his name.
Saucy Santana?
Saucy Santana.
Now, is
Yeah.
this an American rapper? Or is this like a
Yes,
UK
sir.
rapper?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
where is he from?
I think Atlanta. I think
Wow,
Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's from Atlanta. So
Okay, now I'm gonna go on a limb here. Is this a gay individual?
I think so.
Okay, okay.
I think so. But then again, you never know. Nowadays, I don't know because
Yeah, I
I've
don't know.
seen
I don't
I've
know.
seen TikTok clips with dudes dressed like this that are claiming they're straight and they're in a relationship with a woman. So
Wow.
I don't
Damn. And people used to
I don't
make
know,
fun of
bro.
me for emo. Saucy Santana is gay. Okay, and
Yeah,
he's
Missy
from the South.
Elliott.
Yeah, Missy Elliott, more like Mr. Elliott. I mean, my goodness.
Dude, have you seen Missy Elliott recently?
More like Sissy Elliott. No,
Have you
what
seen
is
Missy
Missy?
Elliott? Oh,
No,
dude.
we haven't been friends for years, Sha.
Yeah, you gotta see her, man. It's amazing. She's like she's aging backwards,
Really?
which is insane. Here, I'll show it to you.
Saucy
You
Santana.
remember what she used to look like, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Check her out now, man. This is
Let me see Missy Elliott.
fucking
Does she
Missy
look like
Elliott.
Saucy Santana?
No, she looks much. This is Missy Elliott today.
Oh my God. She looks
What the
great.
fuck happened? What
She's
happened?
probably in her 50s.
Yeah, what happened? How did she go backwards?
She looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's insane, man. This is
Uh,
literally Missy Elliott right now.
wow. How long has she looked
From
like
from
this?
this, from this. This used to be her like 20
Yeah,
years
she
ago.
was she was always very pudgy. She
Yeah,
present. Oh my God.
she's lost a shit ton of weight. Yeah,
But she also looks like fantastic. Like
this is Missy Elliott, bro. Could you believe that? Look at her
she's
fucking
got to be
necklace.
maybe 50 years old.
Yeah, this is Missy Elliott
Good
in
for her,
2025.
dude. Do you think she probably had like bypass or did she go on Ozempic?
I probably. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
but
lost like
it's not even
two
just her
people.
physical body, it's her face looks amazing.
Yeah, she looks much
Dude,
younger.
dude, you know who she looks like? She looks like Erica Badu now.
She kind of does, yeah. Look, oh,
Dude,
oh
look
my
at
god,
this.
that's
Wow.
insane.
I would not have banged then, but I would bang the now. Oh, and
That's
somebody's saying, but Rams fan is saying she did this before. It was epic. What did she do? Did she ever disclose this? This is a radical look departure.
Right? I'm telling you, man, it's like
Lipo.
the Benjamin Button deal, dude. She's like going aging backwards.
Wow. Would bang. Um, so we got some other news we want to touch on a little bit here. Now, I have not thought about this too much, but clearly a lot of people sent this to me when this got announced. It was announced yesterday that Korean groundbreaking film Old Boy, which has many distinctions in the film community as being a highly touted, highly reviewed work of art for its originality, camera work, action scenes, and so forth. And it was considered shot by many an untouchable movie. Spike Lee made a subsequential remake that did not do well. That was a box office bomb. Well, we're getting another Old Boy. This is not bullshit. There will be a Old Boy 2. Now, Sha, my understanding is that this is a prequel to set up the circumstances for people that have not seen the movie, how this sort of revenge place and so forth took place. What was your reaction to hearing about Old Boy Part Duh?
I'm very disappointed because I actually not recently, but like last year, I watched the remake, the Spike Lee one,
Oh,
and
okay.
I didn't really like that one. I didn't hate it, but
Yeah, I didn't hate it. Didn't like it.
I don't need Old Boy remade, and I certainly don't need a sequel to it. So I or a prequel, whatever the fuck it is. Um, I'm not looking forward to this, man. This is American made, right? This is gonna be an American film, I assume.
So, okay, so this is what's coming out now. This is from MovieWeb, which by the way, Old Boy has a 94% audience score. It's pretty fucking impressive, dude. I actually thought it might be higher. No, blah, 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 blah. Okay. A new report, a true landmark movie is set to completely unnecessary follow-up 20 years after the original, delivered a brutal action thriller that was not, according to the report, a sequel to Park Chan Woo 2003 revenge saga Old Boy is in early development. And apparently, what most people are saying is how poorly the response has been on social media to the announcement. Um, I mean, the, for those of you that have never seen a shot, without giving the plot away, why are you like I can tell you my reasons, but why are you disappointed that there is going to be another one, regardless of prequel or post prequel or whatever?
Yeah, I just certain movies, man, you can never recapture that feeling, that aura, everything about that film. It's very original. Like that fighting sequence. I mean, how many films has that influenced? You know what I
TV
mean? You
shows,
can't
films.
recreate that. Movies like The Clockwork Orange, The Shining, those movies there's certain ones you just can't recreate that shit, dude. Apocalypse Now. There's many, many other films. Godfather. I've never seen it, but according to everybody else, Goodfellas. There's certain films, man, you just can't remake. I feel like this is one of those. It doesn't get mentioned in the same tiers as a Goodfellas, but it's definitely an influential fucking piece of art
Yeah.
that shouldn't be touched. So I don't know, man. I'll give it a shot, but I'm not. I don't have my high hopes up.
Yeah. And also, Sha, I think one of the things that really makes that movie, which also doesn't really get discussed, is the star of the movie really puts himself through a lot. The actor who has transitioned into mainstream American films. Um, he was in that movie about the train that we had talked about by Chamu Bach, whatever that guy. Like you're not gonna get like you'd have to get like a performance like that again from somebody, and like who's gonna give that kind of a performance? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
just
who's
hope
gonna
they
do
leave
that?
out the octopus scene. I don't need to rewatch anything like that again.
Yeah,
And I know it's all over YouTube, shit like that, man. There's tons of those mukbang videos.
yeah.
But yeah, that portion definitely disturbed the hell out of me. And yeah, I don't know. It's
And
one of those
also,
movies I haven't seen it in a long time, and I don't know if
yeah.
like because I really liked it, but I don't know how much replay value it has for me in the
Well, I feel
foreseeable
that way
future.
about Martyrs. You know, somebody brought up
Yeah,
Martyrs recently as
yeah.
like like a perfect horror movie, and I'm not saying it's a perfect horror movie, but about how Martyrs is so disturbing and so good that it's one of these movies that you don't want to watch again because that you're never going to feel that way about it. And you would probably have said this about Hereditary, and I felt this way about Hereditary too. There's certain movies that you feel so strongly about when you see it that first time, and I'll even say Longlegs maybe, but then you see it again and you enjoy it, but it's not, but not. Like, there's, like, 2 or 3 times in Old Boy Sha where you're just like, "Get the fuck out of here." Like, and now you know when it's coming. You know, the tongue scene, the octopus, the fight scene, the plot reveal at the end. I mean, which is like, "Get the fuck out of here." Like, do you think when a movie like Hereditary, which delivers like that, Martyrs, which kinda delivers like that, do you think when you see that, do you think that's almost too much sometimes, that the replay value is hurt by it?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's so many of those movies that I own that are in my mind like masterpieces, right? But it's a one and done viewing because it's rough to keep watching. Cannibal Holocaust is another one. I think it's a fucking phenomenal film, but
It is a great movie.
it's not something I keep going back to watch because it fucked me up. Like I don't need to see it again.
Yeah.
Hereditary, for me, obviously, it's not like disturbing. I'll
No, not
rewatch the whole.
disturbing, but, like, the reveal, the
Yeah,
ending,
yeah,
like, the way you felt the last 4 minutes of that movie.
right.
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
even
Like, you should have seen me in the movie theater. I was literally like this. I think I'm like
well,
this. Like, you don't
same
feel
with
that
me,
way.
man. I mean, dude, I stopped watching horror movies until I watched Hereditary. Like, that's no joke. I didn't watch a single new horror movie probably for like a decade because I was like, oh, we're just gonna get like shit like mirrors and like I'm not really into those Oculus and I was like, yeah, this shit's dead. Like, I'll just stick to the classics. I'll just keep watching Reanimator and whatever. But and then for some reason, man, I just heard about A24 and I gave it a shot and I watched Hereditary and my jaw fucking dropped. I was just like, "What the fuck have I been
Yeah,
missing?
it's
What?
it's a big
Who did
fuck you
this?"
movie. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big, like, get the fuck out of here movie.
yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if you haven't seen Old Boy, treat yourself. I will say this, it is not for everybody. Sha, I would say that's on a high list of movies that I feel weird recommending to a pedestrian.
Mainly because of the reveal. Yeah, it's definitely uncomfortable. It's not something that everybody can sit. It's like Dogtooth. You know what I mean? Like, can you recommend Dogtooth to
No,
everyone? Like,
no, I
no.
can recommend almost any, but he's more Yorgos is so mainstream now, dude. He's got an Oscar. I mean,
Well,
like,
now he is, but those weird, like almost incest themes are all in his fucking films. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Even you haven't
it's
watched Poor Things yet. Like, I feel Poor Things was borderline uncomfortable because the girl seemed very youngish. Like she
yeah, my kids wanted to see that, and you told me, I think you're the reason why I didn't watch it with them because you were like, "Dude, you can't watch that with your fucking daughters, dude. What, are you out of your mind?" And I was like,
I don't
"Oh."
think there was anything inappropriate
No,
necessarily
but
in
just
there.
the subject matter, like, I think it was just like because you were like, "Dude, there's crazy nudity in that movie, like, it's just constant, like, you can't avoid it."
Was it? I don't even remember.
Oh, apparently she's nude like 9,000 times in that movie, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just thought there was like creepy undertones to it. There wasn't necessarily anything that I found like inappropriate. It just
Mhm.
seemed kind of almost like when we were talking about anime the other week, right? Like when
Yeah.
they have those like, you know, borderline PDF
Yeah,
file type
but
of
I feel like
anime.
that's really why people watch it, though. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
in a lot of
Like,
regards, like, not
it's nothing
everybody.
that's in your face that's totally like illegal or inappropriate, but
No,
his films
no.
have that uncomfortable, undertones to it where you're just like, oh, what is he really trying to what is he
Yeah,
trying to
like,
accomplish?
yeah, because well, it's one of those things, like, if you're a creepy person, you'll probably like it, but it doesn't mean that everybody who likes it is creepy. I think
Right.
that's just you know what I'm saying? It's kinda like look, I'm sure there's a lot of people that like violent horror movies because they're into violence, but that doesn't mean that everybody who likes horror movies is okay with real life violence, like, in that regard, as far as that goes. So there was a distinction, we did wanna get to this for 28 years later, at the box office. Audition, Chris Matthews. See, that always comes up with people too, Sha. Like, I know the first 45 minutes of Audition is very pedestrian, but once we take that turn, once the the wire cutter things come out, it's another world. Um, 28 years later, passed 100 million at the box office. This is kind of a big deal for a horror movie. I want to say, Sha, it only cost about 60 million
Need to sell
total.
your car?
Oh, we got
CashForCars.com is the fastest,
what happened there?
easiest, and most secure way to sell
Okay,
your
mute
car
that. Yeah.
online. And with guaranteed pricing,
Oh,
what you
sorry about that.
Fucking
Um,
commercials, man.
yeah, if you could, yeah, you could just mute that. It's actually kind of a big deal. It did another 9 million last weekend. So now it's 103 million globally. It's the third horror movie of the year, Shah, to do 100 million. The other two of those movies, no surprise, Final Destination Bloodlines, 281 million. Holy fucking shit. And Sinners, are you ready for this? 364. 364.
Dude, Final Destination almost at 300 mil.
Yes,
That's
Joe.
I had
Yeah.
no idea. I knew it surpassed the 100
Yeah, we
threshold,
had
but I didn't
talked
know
about it.
it hit 300. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is a big, but dude, I mean, first of all, Sinners 364. Holy fucking shit. But Final Destination, you had said it was going to do well. Where are you? How in the world did they do 300 million?
When I said it was gonna do well, I thought it was gonna do numbers
100,
like a
70,
Blumhouse film, right? Like
70, 60.
no, I thought it was gonna definitely hit 100 million, but I thought that's kind of where it would cap off, like maybe 150 tops, almost 300. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. Sinners, I think you need to see. I think you because I think cinematically you're gonna vibe with that movie big time from how it was shot, and the cinematography is fucking so good in that goddamn movie. I think you're gonna be a little annoyed with the pacing and the plot, but I mean, this is tremendous. We're at the halfway point now of the year, and I don't know if we're gonna see numbers like this again. I know we got some pretty big movies coming out, as far as that goes, but those 3 movies in particular, we're talking about almost $700 million in horror box office.
What do you think is gonna be next up? Is there anything else that's big that's coming out?
I think I know what you did last summer is gonna do well. I don't think it's gonna do I think maybe it'll do 100. I really do.
No,
It
it'll do
looks good.
100. It will. It
It'll
will do.
do it'll do very well, I think, and I think that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is
Oh yeah,
gonna do
that'll,
well.
yeah.
That's gonna do well, and don't forget the final Conjuring is coming out. Like, we have these place setters, right? But then we also have weapons. We also have that Together movie. They might not do crazy ass box office, but they're going to do well. And it's crazy. Don Stoney points out there is no the only mainstream actor in Bloodlines is the Candyman dude who passed away. Who's passed away? Who's died? He's the only recognizable name in that movie. Sinners is made by Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler's got big box office movies like Black Panther and Creed. And then of course we have Danny Boyle, who is a fucking big time Academy Award winning dude. Alex Garland's a big time writer. So impressive to say the least, don't you think? I mean, even though you haven't seen any of these movies yet, this is impressive box office between 3 films. We're talking about like $700 million.
Yeah, I think the one that really surprised me is probably 28 years later, because I knew Sinners was going to be a blockbuster. I knew that was going to be a blockbuster. Final Destination, I definitely thought it was going to surpass 100 million. However, I was not expecting 3. But you're right, though. I think, you know what, though? I think Five Nights at Freddy's, that's probably going to be 500 million, dude. I really think that's
You
going to hit
think
500.
so?
Yeah,
I'd say
absolutely.
maybe.
Let's look up what the last one did.
Well,
I'm
keep in
guaranteed.
mind
Oh,
okay, but keep in mind if you had Peacock, it came out the same weekend that's the box office because they had a COVID hangover. There was a COVID holdover. They released it around Halloween, so they gave up a lot of box office, but it did quite well.
it did almost 300, 297.
Holy shit! And that's with Peacock,
Yep.
dude. You think that might do fucking three?
It might hit 400 at least. I think so.
Holy
I
shit!
think so. I think that might be the biggest horror movie of the year. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wow.
I think so.
Wow. All right. Well, I also think Sinners, just because this is where we live now, in terms of like recognition, I think Sinners is going to get the nod for some mainstream Hollywood awards. I think it was maybe a $60 million, $50 million movie, and it made fucking 300 plus. I think it's going to get. I could see it getting some nominations, definitely for the cinematography, possibly for the music, possibly for the costumes and stuff like that, like in the art direction. But we will see, people. Now, Sha, before we proceed to trailers, I have to bring this up. The first teaser trailer for the Odyssey leaked today. It's only a minute. Um, do we want to touch this? Because this
Yeah,
is the
right.
Odyssey, Christopher Nolan. It is available. It's only 60 seconds. But apparently, if you go and see some particular movies this weekend, this is playing throughout. So a lot of people bootlegged it. I don't even know if it was formally available. But the first minute to the epic Odyssey by Christopher Nolan, which has possibly the greatest cast of the 21st century, we would be here all day. It is a who's who of Hollywood, young and old, in this movie. So if we're able, I think it would be fun to pull that up because this is the first look anybody is seeing regarding the Odyssey. I don't believe it comes out to the end of the year.
It's not on YouTube. It's definitely not on YouTube.
Give me 1 second. I might be able to send it to you. I don't know if anybody has seen it, but it was all over Twitter this morning. I think it's bootleg only. Let me see if I can get this to you. Hold on.
Yeah, I can look it up on Twitter too.
Yeah, I think they tried to. Oh, of course, it's Jurassic Park. Okay, it may have been pulled. Let's see.
Yeah, because those ones, even if it's on Twitter, man, the company's gonna pull that off. They don't leave them up much.
Yeah, I think it got pulled. Okay. So if you go see,
might have it. Hold on.
If you go see Jurassic World, you will see the 1 minute teaser trailer. And that, by the way, it's shot entirely.
Smashed to pieces.
Yes, this is actually legit. Let's go backwards here to go forward.
Since my master.
All right, let's see if we can blow. Can we blow that up a little bit? Make that a little bigger.
No.
Oh no. Shit, you can't make that bigger on the screen?
Oh, I might be able to zoom in on it.
Ah, that would suck.
Zeus's law is smashed to pieces.
See if we can move up there.
Without a king since my master died. He knew it was an unwinnable war. And then somehow he won it.
This whole movie is shot on IMAX cameras.
I know nothing of Odysseus, not since Troy.
I have to find out what happened to my father. When did you last see him?
Tom Holland.
Just in rumor.
John Bernthal.
Gossip.
Who has a story about Odysseus, huh? You have a story? Some say he's richer, some say he's poor. Some say he perished. Some say he's in prison. What say you?
In prison?
What kind of prison? Can hold a man like that?
That's fucking terrifying.
Oh my god, dude. That's Matt Damon. So it comes out. Can we pull up the information on that movie? Yeah. I'm excited for this, dude, because the cast is ridiculous. You know, everyone is going to be given all their shit. By the way, people are bringing up that's Spider-Man and the Punisher. That's pretty fucking wild. That's Spider-Man and the Punisher. Who the Punisher is going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. So that's you got them. I mean, let's go through this cast, dude. What do we got?
Yeah, I'll let you go through this because my weed man just stopped by my house.
Oh, can you blow it up a little bit for me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right. So this
is I gotta grab my weed, man. So.
Yeah. You put your weed in it.
I just don't want it sitting outside my house the whole time.
So this does not come out for a fucking year, and they already leaked a minute of it. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. So they're shooting this goddamn thing now. But the only thing we've seen there, now they're talking about Odysseus. For those of you who have never read the Odyssey, it's Odysseus's story. And that is Odysseus, I believe, is played by Matt Damon. Okay, I'm going to run through this cast, people. You ready? You got John Bernthal, Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, which means Batman, the Punisher, and Spider-Man are in the movie. Anne Hathaway, Elliot Page, Charlize Theron, Mia Goth, Benny Safdie, John Leguizamo, Shiloh Fernandez, Lupita Nyong'o, Ryan Hurst, who is Opie from Sons of Anarchy, Samantha Morton. My God, this is such an impressive cast. Who does Zendaya play? She plays Athena. God damn. So we're going to have a movie where we got Matt Damon, Spider-Man, the Punisher, and then Batman in it. That's pretty fucking wild. And you got Mia Goth in there. God damn, this is an impressive cast. Corey Hawkins. I'm trying to think some of these other actors I've never heard of.
Dude, and you know this movie's gonna end up being like 4 hours long.
Yeah, Oh yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. But Sha, very interesting. Batman, the Punisher, and Spider-Man all in the same movie.
That is kind of crazy, man.
Like you never see this.
Yeah, it's like fantasy book and a fucking.
It's fantasy booking.
It pretty much is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
Slave
a
Cheeks.
fuck.
I don't know if there was an Odyssey TV movie. I remember having to read it in high school. But it's the story of Odysseus in Greek mythology, told like that his journey. And John Leguizamo's voice. That's John Leguizamo, Sean, in the trailer before we see the actors. I'm excited for this, dude. I am excited. Mia Goth. This is a huge rub for Mia Goth, man. Huge rub.
I hope she stays weird, man. I want her to stay in the art house film world. So I want her to make her money, but I hope she returns back to her roots one day and still does weird
Yeah,
neon films and A24 movies and
yeah.
so
She likes to write and produce. Like she's kind of
yeah.
getting behind the camera there. But I'm excited for this movie. We'll probably get a lot of leaked stuff in the next year. But boy, Sha, a movie's a big deal where they give you an hour, where they give you like a minute a year in advance.
Literally a year advance.
It's a
Like
full
actually more
fucking
than a
year.
year. It's a
Yeah, a
year
year
and two
then
weeks.
some.
A year
Um,
and 2 weeks.
we got some legit trailers though. One of them is a Ryan Gosling movie that got a lot of hype this week because of the cinematography. Apparently, this is a highfalutin cinematographer who's done some other work. So a lot of people were touting this trailer. This is called Project Hail Mary. It's a science fiction film with Ryan Gosling. I know very little about this, but we're going to check out the trailer right now. And then I might want to look up that cinematographer because apparently he's connected to some big stuff, unless somebody G checks me here in the chat.
Please state your name.
Ryland Grace. I spoke up from a coma. I'm several light years from my apartment. And I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut.
If you don't go, you die. With the rest of us.
The sun is dying.
You are the only scientist who might know what this says.
I'm just a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
You have a doctorate in molecular biology. I need you to come with us. This is Project Hail Mary. The sun is not the only star dying. Every star was infected by its neighbor, except one.
Why?
We don't know.
Which is why we built a ship to go there and find out.
It's 11.9 light years away. The astronauts die in space.
It's what you Americans would call a long shot.
Hail Mary. I get it.
Sha, I want to point out, I really like the color in this. I don't know how this was shot, but do you recognize how bright these fucking colors are?
Yeah, they're definitely using a warm color palette. Dude, I'm super into this already.
Yeah,
It's
this got huge response on the internet, man.
judging from is this a horror movie? From the
It's a science
score,
science
sound-
fiction movie. They're calling it a science fiction movie with, Ryan Gosling's a big fucking A-list star. But
Yeah.
people were jerking off about the cinematography immediately.
No, it looks great so far. That
Yeah, it
sun
looks
is
fucking
super
really
realistic
engaging.
too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but the color, like just look behind her. I mean, look at her and then look at like the orange and the blue. Like it just fucking pops off the fucking screen, doesn't it?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's continue this here.
Who on earth is going to sign up for this?
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct.
You'll find a solution.
You are my solution.
I put the not an astronaut. I've never done anything. I've never done a spacewalk. I can't even moonwalk.
The person from Mars.
I understand the stakes. I do. But my place is in the classroom.
The world is counting on you.
This might be very hard for you to understand. But some people are not good at things.
You know who you are. You're gonna do great.
I conquered zero G in 5 hours.
Object approaching.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh, it's about to get weird. Oh,
So I met an alien. He's kind of growing on me. At least he's not growing in me, you know, which was a concern for a little while.
Jesus, this looks good. Holy
So-
shit, dude.
I'm a little confused. I wasn't sure. I thought it was leaning towards like an alien movie, like a horror alien movie, and then it kind of became a comedy.
I don't think it's a comedy. I think it's
All over the
well,
place.
it's based on, I guess, the book of same people wrote The Martian. There,
Have you seen The Martian? I just heard about
that's
that
I
one.
couldn't get into it.
Yeah, that's the one with Matt Damon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. This looks nice though. I mean, this is something I think would probably be best at an IMAX. I'm sure this is an IMAX fucking film, so this is something I would probably go to see at the IMAX, man.
Yeah, this
an
looks like
actual
it was
experience.
meant to be an IMAX. People
Yeah.
really were excited about this. So Drew Yari's point. Oh, what's up, Drew? This is the directors of the Spider-Verse movies that were very, very big. And of course, it's based on the book by the Martian. I like Gosling. I feel like Gosling always does a good job. He makes a lot of shitty movies, but that dude made some mad. You know, that dude early on made some ill art house movies, bro. Like ill art, like fucked up art house movies.
Yeah, we have a Drive was a banger.
Yeah, you Drive, and then that movie
only
where
only God can forgive.
only got yeah, God, yeah, only got yeah, where he's like in Thailand and his brother's like a pedophile and
That
he has to
movie's
fight the
fucking
mafia.
crazy.
That
Yeah,
movie's
that movie's
bananas. And don't forget that where he plays the Jewish skinhead in The Believer. That you ever see that
I've never
fucking
seen
movie?
that. No, I've never seen that.
Dude, he plays
The
a
Believer?
Jewish white power, The Believer. He plays a Jewish white power skinhead.
I gotta see that.
Fucking bananas. The Place Behind the Pines, they shot that up here near me, one town over. And he's all like, he plays like a whiskey tango dude who knocks up a broad. That's how he met Ava Mendez, actually, how he's been with her like ever since. I mean, Drive is like his seminal work, but this dude is an A-lister. I'm excited for this. I definitely see why everybody was looking forward to this. We have another trailer for a
Well,
cool
let me ask you a
looking.
question. Were you expecting the alien? Or did
No.
that catch you off guard? Because I was not expecting
Well, there
that.
has to be a reason why all these stars are dying, and maybe like it has something to do with aliens.
But he
Only
like
or-
almost like befriends the alien, like they build a relationship.
Well, they
I was
said only
expecting-
one star is not dying, and maybe it's the star with the aliens, and everything else is
Yeah.
dying. That might have something to do with it. We just don't know. So there's a movie called Monster Island. Anything with monsters, I'm just such a fucking sucker for monsters. Like I love monster movies. You know, I'm an apologist for monsters. This is a little bit more of a smaller version. This is a little bit more indie. I believe it's coming to Shudder. Shudder's been putting out some bangers lately. This is brand new trailer. We're gonna check it out now. Actual fucking monster, bro. I love it.
Did you see
It's a
that?
little
Did you see the? Yeah, the monster itself kind of looks like shit.
Yeah, I was afraid. I was afraid the monster wouldn't be a good payoff, but I love the premise.
Yeah, I want to see.
Can we see
Yeah,
it?
it looks
They're
like
not going
a-
to give us. They're not going to give us any monster. I don't think. Well, let's see.
I mean, you could see it right there.
Yeah, I can't really, but it's so dark. I'm definitely going to watch this.
Yeah, July 25th.
Yeah, I can't really go off of what I'm seeing because it's so dark.
Yeah, there's. I mean, this shot of the monster. This is a dead one.
That's a dead one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a slee stack, dude, from fucking Land of the Lost.
Well, it looks just like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Like it's clearly inspired by that. Obviously.
Well, that's what they said. This is
Yeah.
literally like roughly inspired by that. And, you know, I'm a big fan of that creature. But I think that one looks better than this one.
I like this though. This is kind of growing on me. Like the first shot that I saw from the monster, I thought it was going to be trash, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like there's some effort in this. You know, some passion. went
Yeah,
behind
I
it.
think some passion behind it.
Yeah.
You know, Sha, this next trailer, I thought of you immediately when I saw it because it has a cult sort of overtone.
Oh, shit.
It's not the premise of it, but it has a cult overtone. And I was very curious about how this movie goes. This is a movie about some people who try to convert some other people to Christianity, and something goes bad. This movie is called Shaman. It looks fucking so good. I was so excited to watch this trailer with you because it has a lot of elements that I think you like in movies. One of them being cults and also creepy religious overtones, which is mostly cults, right? So we're going to check out this Shaman movie right now.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this family. for the good work that you let us do.
You are
Look at
saved.
the bug. Just kill it.
I know we're a long way from home, but this is
We
what
got
God
some
wants of us.
Christian missionary shot.
Elliot.
I'm into it.
Watch.
Where's Elliot?
Elliot!
Father, Ellie seems different. He is not himself.
Oh,
The
boy,
shaman.
Sha.
I think they did something to him.
You okay?
Are you, Father?
Talk to me, producers.
The
Look at this. Look at that
church.
shot.
The water. All of it is thanks to you.
Ese lugar.
Let's pause it before we get strikes. Immediately, I'm getting kind of like Midsommar vibes from the music. The music is
Yeah.
almost identical to Midsommar. That string, that's
Yeah, the
identical
bing,
to
yeah,
fucking
yeah. That's used a lot these days, though, Sha. That's used a
Yeah.
lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I associate immediately with Midsommar. Overall, though, there's even you could tell, man. There was that one scene from Midsommar, obviously, with the guy jumping off.
Yeah.
There is a portion in here with somebody that looks like they might be jumping off a cliff. So I
It does have it. Well, it's going to get a little more Midsummer. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So just, yeah.
No es para ti.
It builds from here.
Whatever's going on, it isn't medical.
Oh, what happened?
¿Qué es esto? What did he do to my son?
This is not them. They don't have that power. Our boy is sick, that is all. Crean no lo crean. Toma lo que quiere.
Dude,
Parece que quiere a tu hijo.
And now we're in a possession movie.
Who are you?
I'm just a boy. We're losing.
Tu Dios no tiene poder aquí.
Oof, look at that.
There's evil in this world.
whoa, what the hell was that?
Yep.
And
Come on, dude, what the hell was that shit?
It looked like a giant spider or something,
Next.
right?
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
know.
look at
what
that. Look at that. You gotta go back. A little.
There's
You see that, right?
Yeah, it's got like tentacles.
Yeah,
What the
dude, I knew you were
fuck?
gonna like this trailer, man. It's got like 4 different kinds of horror in it.
Whoa, man, I was not ready for that.
evil in this world. And the next.
What is this? What's happening?
You're not
Oh,
doing
see that?
God's work. Not
Very
anymore.
Midsummer.
Take off your mask, Father.
Whoa. Yeah, I am super into this.
Dude, right?
Yeah, there was the one scene too where he shattered the mirror. I think it
Uh.
made a cross. It looked like
Oh, maybe, yeah.
this reminds me of like a cross stream between like Midsummer and almost like When Evil Lurks. You know,
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Like, and I'm sure there's more to it. Like maybe like they think the shaman possessed the dude, but he's probably actually helping the kid. Like, it's probably one of those deals. You know what I
Right.
mean? But dude, this looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love the scorpion too. I don't know if you caught it. There's another scene with like a gigantic scorpion.
No.
Yeah, there was another scene. Yeah.
I'm just
What's
looking
going
up the
on?
movie like when it's coming out. So let's see here. Shaman.
Oh yeah, there you go. See, that's the mirror that I was talking about. Do you see that?
It comes out in November. And yes. So it's supposed to be remote. It's a missionary family in an indigenous community in a remote Ecuadorian, near a remote Ecuadorian volcano. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's great.
You see that cross?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude. Damn, bro. This movie looks great.
Dude, I'm into
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I love that your God has no power here.
You see the
I love it.
scorpion?
Yes,
It's
now I
coming up.
see it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
coming. Yeah, I
look, it's
see it
coming up.
there. Oh, some
Boom, right
there
here.
is that.
You
There
see
it
all
is.
the
Yeah, it's on his
scorpions?
face.
Yeah.
And the body in the water. I'm excited for this, dude. I'm
There's a lot
totally
going
into
on
it.
in this movie, man. I don't know. It's a mix of like 5 of my
Yeah.
favorite films together.
Ryan
so-
Keefe is saying looks like the priest did something. See, I think Ryan, that's a red herring. I think they want us to think the priest did something, but the thing's probably already been there. You know what I mean? Ramspan is saying village cult vibes mixed with possession. Dirk is calling it like The Exorcist. Chris Matthews says this looks good. Yeah, I'm definitely down to see this 100%. It doesn't come out till November, but I thought it was a very striking trailer. We got a big one here, folks. This one is personal. A bunch of years ago, Sha and myself saw a movie that we couldn't believe was so good that kind of became a cult classic. We're talking about a movie called Troll Hunter. Which now, Sha, for people that are unfamiliar with Troll Hunter, how would you describe that movie?
Well, correct me if I'm. No, this is not the same one you're thinking of, dude. This is Troll 2. This is the
Yes,
Netflix.
this is the sequel to Troll Hunter. It's called Troll 2.
No. Netflix made another troll movie where it was a gigantic troll. You're thinking of Troll Hunter. The one that we like is completely different than the Netflix
Oh, this
one.
is the sequel to
This
Troll?
is
I
the
was
sequel to the
confused.
Netflix one. Yeah.
Can you
This
pull
has
up the
nothing to do with
original Troll? Because this is
Yeah.
the sequel to the Netflix one.
So this is here, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's very confusing because they're both
No,
called
because
Troll.
this is definitely not the movie you're thinking of.
No,
So
it's
this
not.
is a,
Okay,
this
that
is a
makes sense.
Netflix. Yeah, this is a Netflix
So
original.
Netflix made a movie called Troll.
Troll, yeah. That was the one with the gigantic troll. It's like the size of a mountain. We watched this.
Yes, we covered this.
Yeah.
Didn't we cover this?
We didn't watch it, but we covered the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is a
the
sequel to
original.
this movie. Yeah. I wish it
Okay.
was a sequel to the one that
I
you're
know,
talking
Troll Hunter, that
Look,
dude's moved on.
this
Why
is the
didn't we ever
Netflix.
watch this? This looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't know.
God, this looks so good. How the fuck did we never see this? When did this come out? 2022?
Yeah, but it ain't got shit on what we're talking about though, man. Troll Hunter,
Yeah, Troll Hunter
that's
is like a classic.
banger.
Well, Netflix, this movie did so well at one point, it was the biggest movie on Netflix, Troll, which by the way, I have to watch this now because this was on my radar. I remember us talking about it, but you've never seen it, right? And I've never
No,
seen it.
I've never seen it. I should check it out though, because that was one of the Netflix movies that I actually did want to see.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's still
but yeah,
there.
this is a
It's
sequel
still
to
on
it.
Netflix. Anyway, this is the sequel, Troll 2. This is a teaser trailer. What I like about these movies is they look like they cost a lot of money, don't they?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, this is a Netflix
This is not a
movie, dude.
low budget. This is not a low budget movie.
No, but I already love this shot, like this historic underground.
Yeah, they're going back to
looking-
the origin, like of
Yeah,
how
hell
the
yeah.
troll, like how the troll came to be. I'm so excited. I gotta watch the real one this weekend.
Yeah.
Har du funnet noe mer?
Look at that. Whoa. That looks good. Dude. Dude.
Oh, dude, I'm into it. Look at that
Dude,
fucking
watch.
thing.
No, wait. Watch. Watch. Wait.
Look at that thing.
Watch. Just watch. He's not looking at her, dude.
Oh
He's looking
shit.
at him. Look. Whoa. Yeah, dude. Look at this shit. Dude, I have to watch this original one now, set up this other one. Does that look fucking great?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That looks good, dude.
I know, right? It looks so fun. Can you pull up the original Troll? I just want to see like what the reviews were on it because people were talking about this like as such a highly anticipated trailer. And I'm like, well, fuck, the original one looks really good. I have to watch it, you know?
Yeah, so the original came out in 2022. Here it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, 2022. I know we've
So
talked
we definitely
about
covered this. We definitely covered it. I just
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
50%. Damn.
Audience. Yeah, but 90% critics.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the trolls look great. If anyone in the chat, has anybody seen this movie?
Yeah, I'm curious, man. I want to see
Oh,
if
Chris
anybody,
Matthews says it's good. Yeah, he immediately was like, Don Stoney goes, they're trolling you. Dude, the trolls look good, though. They look as good as they do in Troll Hunter. Rams
I want to see
fans
who
claim.
directed this movie. Roar Uthog? Who the hell is that?
Well, he did Troll Hunter. No.
No, Troll Hunter is the guy that did the
Oh, his
vampire
name
movie.
came up.
The,
Yeah, yeah.
the Voyage, last. What was it?
Oh,
last,
the Voyage of the Demeter. That's a good movie.
Yeah, Voyage. Yeah. That's the same guy.
Uh-huh.
I want to see if he's done anything else.
Maybe he did the original. Like the original and the sequel. The trolls look great, dude.
Let's see. Does it show the director on here? There we go. He sounds like he's like Yugoslavian or something.
Well, trolls are
He's
what?
not-
It's Norwegian or
yeah, so he hasn't really done anything that we probably know.
okay.
Cold
Well,
Prey,
I'm
The
gonna try to
Wave.
watch the real Troll over the weekend. I have to watch Troll and Megan is Missing, because Megan is Missing hit Tubi, and my brother Mike goes, "You need to see that movie." Have you ever seen Megan is Missing?
Yeah, I wasn't really into it. Um, it's definitely disturbing, but I feel like it goes for the cheap scares where it's a found footage film about a girl getting abducted. Essentially, it's very
Okay.
generic, but I can see why it creep people.
Well, Sha, speaking of found footage, we're gonna do 2 more trailers, and one of them is the Hell House lineage movies. This is the only one that is not found footage. This is the first time in the history of the films that they are deviating from found footage. And it's actually called Hell House LLC Lineage. I didn't know it was called Lineage. I was just using that as a word to describe the film.
No, that's literally the name.
And then we got a banger for the finale here. Sha and I, we've talked about Hell House with B Show. We enjoy the series. I find that it's probably one of the better modern anthology type series. Some of them have been good shots. Some of them have not been that good. Right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I really like the first two. I
didn't
haven't
like
seen
the
the
last one
third
that
one.
much. I didn't like.
Yeah,
the
I haven't
last
seen
one
the
that
third
much.
one, or I
The
believe
acting was terrible. The most recent one.
Wait, is this the fourth one or is this the fifth one?
I
Do you
think
remember?
this is the fifth. I could be wrong. There's a bunch of them because they don't go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Don Stoney. I've heard of the House is October Built. I've heard my brother Mike likes that. I think.
Yeah, that one's kind of similar to this. Yeah.
So there was the one I guess Shaw was it last Halloween where it was
Yeah, I think
telling the
that was
advent.
the third one, dude. I think this is the fourth one.
Okay, so this is the only one I believe that is not found footage.
Right.
This is called Lineage, and the trailer just came out this week.
Yeah.
Dwell in a lonely house, I know. Vanished. Oh, that's Frost. That's great, huh? Jesus Christ.
That's beautiful.
Very different for Hell House.
Yeah, this reminds me of Troll Hunter.
Maybe the trolls are tied to the Hell House. Jeez.
Weird teaser.
So that's the house. And the family, which we established in the last one. Very different vibe from the other movies. They're all found footage. So this is a teaser.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll play another one there. Whoa! They dropped the clown in the cornfield. Interesting. When does that come out, Sha? Just says 2025. Well, we got 6 months. I hope it's better than the last one acting wise, but they said this one is not found footage.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is probably going to be a Halloween movie. You know, seems
Yeah,
like
it would make sense for sure. A lot of these teasers, since that was just a little teaser, we can probably do She Rides because I want to save the Running Man for the grand finale. I want to get people's opinion on that. We're going to go a little longer here for the show since we're dropping a special Patreon that we mentioned earlier. But She Rides is another new trailer that first of all, that's a Danzig song. That if you've ever been to a strip club in the last 25 years, you've probably heard that song, especially in the Northeast. But the less said about this, the better. I did see this trailer. It's called She Rides Shotgun, but I just like calling it She Rides.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, thousands of times.
This is a creepy trailer, dude.
Polly. From now on, we're on our own. Dangerous
Great
men
shot,
coming
right?
for us.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're gonna have to do as I say.
Dude's teaching his kid how to
I want
like
you to be brave.
hit people with bats.
He kind of looks like a cross between the guy from Linkin Park that passed away.
Yes, Chester Bennington.
Yeah,
This
he looks
kid's
like
name is
Chester.
Taron something. He's Taron Edgerton. He's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he looks like a mix between Chester and Ricky Shane Page.
I know Ricky Shane Page is, yeah, the wrestler for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
What's wrong? Can
So
you do
he's
that for
involved
me?
in some criminal activity. What else is he in, young John Taron?
Steele's gang put a green light on you two. And he's got cops on his payroll.
Criminal hunted down with his daughter. Crooked cops shot.
Everybody. So this kind of reminds me of you remember Natural Born Killers? It kind of reminds me of like that mixed with like a.
Oh, he's from the Kingsman series. Yeah, I like those movies. I remember the comic book was called I think Her Majesty's Secret Service or some shit. They changed it for the movies. He's in good shape too. Look at him. He looks like he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Legend with Tom Hardy. Okay.
What did you do?
Seatbelt, Polly.
I gotta tell you, I'll never want to see you pull a trigger again.
That's what I do. That's what I'm for. You let me do that if it comes to it, okay? I don't like seeing good things get ruined. I'll keep you safe.
Promise.
Promise.
That looks like a gritty ass movie, bro.
Yeah, it reminds me of I don't know, man. Not like a Tarantino movie, but like it's trying to be Grindhouse, but it's too much of an action movie. Like it's a very well made movie. You can tell it's
Yeah. I bet you it's got some good violence in that movie. What do you think?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, folks, this is it. We've heard about this for a while. I purposely did not watch the trailer because I wanted to watch it for the show. We knew there was a remake of The Running Man coming out. Many people that aren't familiar, The Running Man was actually a novel that was made into a movie, and the movie version is quite different from the novel. A lot
Stephen
of people,
King, man. Stephen King.
It's a short story rather than a novel. Yeah. A lot of people are speculating that this is taken more from the novel and not from the Schwarzenegger movie. So people seem to be a little confused by the source material. But this is actor Glenn Powell, who's hot shit right now. He's the lead. And here it is. This is Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright made a lot of great movies. Most recently, he made that movie with what's her face, Anna Taylor-Joy, that bombed about the ghost, and he made obviously Shaun of the Dead, and then he also made the movie with Michael Cera based on the comic book that was a bomb, but I liked it. I like Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright's a creepy, weird dude. Anyway, he's his version of The Running Man, and with Glenn Powell. Here we go.
Stop filming me!
Ben Richards, 35, married, one child, in medical crisis.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben, watch us up.
Employment status, blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you.
Is that Josh Brolin?
It's the biggest show in the country.
That's Coleman Domingo.
Bloodlust is our birthright. Set it free. Welcome to The Running Man.
Dude. It's very similar to the original as far as the set. I'm already fucking into it, man. I like how
I'm excited. I hope it's R-rated. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying, man, this cannot be PG-13.
It better not. We're gonna find out, but it looks good.
Yeah.
People on these games never come back.
I'm not trying to get myself killed, so kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days with the entire nation hunting you down.
Yeah, this is based on the book.
Alongside for good.
I'm gonna come back here and burn this building down. I promise.
That's the spirit.
This is America, goddammit! And we don't put up with no bullshit! Yes! Hunt him down!
Oh, William Mason's in this?
Yeah. you ever wondered if this game
Michael
is rigged?
Cera?
Guess we'll find out.
You might be moving up too fast.
Hey, buddy. You're on Freebie.
You better run!
Jeez.
I got a grenade!
Back at you.
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
Hey, big boys!
Are you crazy?
Jeez. Oh, wow. Edgar Wright wrote the screenplay, too. Dude, I'm into it. You think it's R-rated?
I think so. I'm super into it. My only
I'm into it.
complaint, man, my only complaint is I wanted the villains to have similar type of like over the top gimmicks like the original.
I don't think
Remember
that's
the
from the
original?
book, though, as much.
Yeah, I
It
know,
might
but
be.
that's what made the movie stand out. You know, the hockey player, the one guy that looks like he's fucking a wrestler, and I don't know. I like that gimmick, man. I wish they would have used, a little bit of creativity when it comes to the villains. But yeah, it's probably true to the novel. So.
Yeah, I think it's the point was to make it true to the novel, as far as that goes. But I'll
This
tell you,
looks great though.
it
This
looks a
looks
lot of fun. Edgar Wright, he's a particular guy, Edgar Wright. He's done Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim, The Adventures of Tintin, The World's End. He did the first Ant-Man. He wrote it. He didn't direct it. Baby Driver. Last Night in Soho shot, and now The Running Man. This is his first movie in 4 years. So I'm excited for it. As far as that goes, I'm excited for it. I don't know how I feel about this Glenn Powell guy. He seems all right. He just doesn't seem like a big star to me. He seems like a guy like, which I guess is his appeal. But I like a lot of people in this movie, and I do like Edgar Wright. I've enjoyed quite a few of his movies. I like Scott Pilgrim. I love Hot Fuzz. Did you ever see Hot Fuzz?
No, I actually hate his movies, to be honest with you.
Really? You like Last Night in Soho, though?
I did, but I hated. He did like Shaun of the Dead and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. He's
I
that guy.
hated all those movies.
Did
man.
you
I
ever see
hated-
The World's End? That movie's great, dude. It's fucking really fun.
Is that the comedy movie?
Yeah, it's where the guys at the bar, the middle-aged guys, go to a bar and there's actually an alien takeover and they're doing a pub crawl, but they don't know.
No, I'm thinking of the movie with like Ben Stiller and shit.
No, he does mostly UK. He does UK movies.
Yeah,
and his
man.
Scott Pilgrim, which bombed, is amazing. Like now, retroactively, people are watching that
called
going, "Why did
classic,
this
yeah.
bomb?" Oh, it's a real classic. The cast,
Do you think I would like it? I've never seen Scott.
yes,
Pilgrim.
because it's not. It's just very quick and it's very colorful, and it's basically a live video game. Like there's coins. It's like I'm underselling it, but it's got a lot of like adult humor in it, and it's very like edgy. But they were counting on the comic people because it's a huge adult comic book with a young, like maybe young teen, not young teen, but maybe young adult comic book, and that audience didn't show up for it. So Michael Cera is great in it. There's Aubrey Plaza's in it. Kieran Culkin's in it. The Captain America dude's in it. Brie Larson's in it. Dude, the cast, if you see the cast on Scott Pilgrim, you'd be like, how did this bomb? It's like every young person is big in this movie.
Yeah, that's one of those movies that I've been meaning to check out. I always, for some reason, confused it with Kick-Ass. I don't know why, because they have
Kick-Ass
nothing
is
in common.
dope, yo. Kick-Ass
Yeah.
is great, man.
No,
Oh,
I've seen
it's hard as
Kick-Ass. I've
balls.
seen that one.
The sequel's good too. People don't like
I've
the
never seen the
sequel. I
sequel.
like Jim Carrey's amazing in the sequel. The sequel's more brutal
Jim
than the
Carrey's
first one.
in the sequel?
Amazing. Amazing.
What?
Oh yeah. He plays like a Punisher type character. He's the parent of Hit Girl. Yeah. Dude, look
Dude,
up
I
Jim
gotta see
Carrey.
it.
Well, just look at his face. Just do Jim Carrey Kick-Ass 2. Just look at his face, dude. Watch. Pull him up.
I gotta see that shit, man. I gotta see that.
Dude, pull him up. Just pull up Jim Carrey's Kick-Ass 2. He's Hit Girl's father, the girl Hit Girl who becomes the big character, who should have had her own spin-off. He's her father. They're vigilantes. He was an ex-cop who like trained his daughter to be a no, he's not Hit Girl's father. That's Nicolas Cage in the first one. Dude, look at him. This is
Yeah, he looks cracked out for sure.
his face is all scarred up, dude. Yeah. Stars and Stripes. He's like an ex-military guy who is like a leader of a vigilante team who befriends Kick-Ass, and his face is all scarred up. He's like unrecognizable in this, dude.
Yeah, I
Dude,
mean, I
look how
can't
great
tell
it is.
that's Jim Carrey. No, I can't tell at all.
His
Here I
face,
can. Here I can. But here, absolutely not.
yeah, and he has like a tough guy voice
The
and
hell is
shit like that.
this?
He's another guy in the movie. That's another character in Kick-Ass too.
Well, that's Jim Carrey right there, dude.
Yeah, that's see how he has the fake teeth
Yeah,
and the
he's
fake
got a lot of
shit.
prosthetics going on.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that he condemned the movie for the gun violence. That's a little dumb, Jim Carrey. Whatever. Anyway, we're gonna head out. We want to wish you guys a very happy holiday weekend. Shaw's dropping a very special exclusive for the Patreon people. Please consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. $5. It's one tier. It's difficult these days with Patreons and so forth, but we do appreciate the support. It's a great way to support the show, and you also get rewarded with a dick ton, like a whale's giant vagina size of exclusive content, like hundreds and hundreds of hours of exclusive content. So consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. We want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. B Show Brian will be back next week. We'll be back on the regular schedule. So please check out some of our friends, Rich Dow's podcast, the X's and O's podcast. And I believe he has a Patreon too, Sha, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, you bring the $5 to our Patreon, man. We'll supply the whale vagina. So
yeah, you'll get the whale's vagina for sure. Get it for a pal that likes movies. And of course, the Drew Yari Experience. You want to support the Bayou Geeks. You want to support the Wrestling Soup, the Don Tonys, the Necromaniacs podcast. Our friend Sam Hoyos' band Playing Dead, his Red River podcast. We got to do a check-in with that Sam Hoyos. And of course, our many, many friends who've been supporting the show. I want you guys to have a happy holiday weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Wednesday. But we'll be back to the regular schedule. And Patreon friends, don't forget, you'll get that exclusive from Sha. And also this weekend, you're going to get your June Q&A. God, it's July already, Sha. Isn't that something?
that's right, man. Yeah.
All
man.
right. Well, listen, Sha, any messages for the 4th of July pals for the weekend?
Yeah, don't blow your dick off, and don't blow your hands off, and don't scare the squirrels and the birds, and eat plenty of good food. Even if it's vegan patties, enjoy whatever the fuck you want to eat. In
Grilled
fact,
vegetables.
hey, man, go get you a vegan patty. Save an animal. So
Yeah, save an
happy
animal.
4th of July.
Happy
America.
4th of July. America is not, America's got some problems, but it's still where we live. And I'm
Yeah.
happy to live here. Love my country, hate my government. And I don't care who's in office.
I think that's most countries at this point, dude. I think most,
Yeah,
most
really.
countries.
Yeah. It's like, I hate my country, but I love my government. I'm just happy that we get to spend some time with you guys. And please be considerate of the animals. We're not exactly the biggest bleeding hearts here, but when it comes to animals, we are the biggest bleeding hearts. I can tell you
Absolutely.
that. We'll go to our graves with that shit. Take care of each other. Don't get blown up. We'll see you next week.
Peace.